I'm Macy Eglund. Police continue their search of a popular Babylon park today after students found body parts. Police say the 3 severed limbs, 2 arms and a leg, were found on the eastern edge of Southard's Ponds Park in Babylon yesterday. They appear to be male. A group of high school students discovered an arm while they were walking. One of them called their dad, who called police.
The cadaver dog found another arm, so we have the right arm and the left arm. The right arm was found about 20 feet further into the woods from where the left arm, in almost a direct line.
Police say the tattoos on the first arm and DNA will help identify the victim. Only in Newsday, the New York Fed chief is talking about Long Island's affordability crisis. Our Ken Bufa spoke with John Williams in this exclusive interview.
John Williams spoke this week to business leaders in our region about the biggest economic issues facing Long Island. In our sit-down interview, Williams talked about Long Island's red-hot housing market and when he thinks it might cool off.
The demand for housing is higher than it was 5 years ago. People are working more from home or doing hybrid work, so there's space is at a premium. So I think that's got to be with us for a while. So to me, the big issue is what happens on the supply side. How do we get more supply out there, and whether it's affordable housing or all types of housing, and hopefully housing that's near transportation and makes sense more generally.
Williams also discussed the labor market, what he believes needs to happen now.
We definitely hear this from employers here that we need, there are jobs and there are well-paying jobs. We need to invest more in people in terms of skills. I think another big challenge that we have, and we saw in the pandemic, and it was before the pandemic, is the issue of child care and the affordability of that so that people can get into the labor force.
So what's the big takeaway from the conversation with the Federal Reserve policymaker?
President Williams identified the greatest challenge facing Long Island as the cost of living here. However, he also said there are remedies to that issue. First, he said Long Island needs to build more houses of all types, all sizes, and all price ranges. Second, Long Island needs to increase the number of slots for childcare so parents can work full-time. And finally, there needs to be more skills training for low-wage workers so they can get higher-paying jobs.
You can read more from our exclusive interview on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Survivors of clergy sex abuse in the Roman Catholic Church on Long Island will vote on a final proposed $200 million settlement. However, attorneys for survivors say they expect the Diocese of Rockville Centre's offer to be rejected. That could mean about 600 abuse cases returned to state civil court, where the attorneys say the settlements could be far higher. The voting deadline is March 22nd. Suffolk County will pay over $2 million to settle a lawsuit alleging police sexual assault. In a federal lawsuit, a woman claimed Officer Christopher McCoy forced her to perform oral sex on him in an interrogation room following a 2017 arrest in Wyandanch. One of the Suffolk lawmakers who approved the deal said it was in the best interest of the county to settle rather than risk paying a large judgment. George Santos's former campaign treasurer wants her sentence delayed. Nancy Marks is set to be sentenced on April 12th. Court documents show she's asked a judge to push that sentencing back 7 months until November. The Shirley woman pleaded guilty to conspiracy to defraud the United States in connection with her work on the former congressman's campaign. A Newsday at the movies, Dune Part 2 is now playing on Long Island.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Well, there's a lot of buzz about the film starring Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya. Newsday film critic Rafer Guzman gives it 3 out of 4 stars.
Science fiction doesn't get more complicated than Dune, Frank Herbert's 900-page book from 1966. All the talk about tyranny and social control made the movie Dune Part 1 feel a little dry back in 2021. But those themes start to pay off in Dune Part 2. as Timothée Chalamet's Paul becomes a reluctant messiah to a colonized people. Zendaya plays a tribal warrior who loves him but doesn't quite trust him, and Austin Butler of Elvis steals the show as a psychotic Harkonnen gladiator. Once again, the sets and the battle scenes look strikingly original thanks to director Denis Villeneuve. Overall, this desert-themed movie still feels a little cold to the touch, but if you're a fan of sophisticated sci-fi, Dune Part 2 is for you.
I'll read Rafer's entire review on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. As Black History Month came to a close yesterday, the Bayshore Historical Society continued to spotlight local talents often overlooked. The Society created a virtual exhibit featuring profiles celebrating local luminaries like singer Patty Austin. For volunteer Diana Watts, it's all about highlighting the unsung heroes shaping Bayshore's history, including local music teacher Raynard Burns.
So I decided, let me start to look into what Mr. Burns has been doing. And he is a composer. He is the owner of a publishing company that publishes compositions. He is known worldwide.
The Historical Society also held a mid-February event, a glimpse of art and culture that showcased Bayshore's hidden stars in person. And Women's History Month begins today. We're looking at a popular East End shopping center dominated by women-owned businesses. Virginia Huey has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
When you stroll along the brick pathways of the shops at East Wynn in Wading River, you'll likely be greeted by female entrepreneurs.
Hi, welcome to A Pinch of Sprinkles. I'm the owner, Melina Guthrie.
Hi, welcome to the Jewelry Box. I'm Judith Mamola, the owner.
Hi, my name is Samai Reed, and my business is Help as well.
Half of the 28 shops are owned by women, from floral arrangements for special occasions to arts and crafts workshops, to fresh baked cupcakes and cookies, to wedding gown alterations.
I love my job and I make a lot of people happy with my job.
Each business owner showcases her unique passion and talent. Patricia Kazmarchek opened Cheese and Spice Market 7 years ago after working in the restaurant business for decades.
I think it's just a matter of women that really want to do their own thing, work for themselves and not work for someone else.
Summer Spagnolo and Jenna Aiello opened a custom children's party place in 2022 with their daughters in mind.
Me, I have a daughter, she's 2, and Jenna has 2 daughters. It's nice to show our little girls that you can have a business and, be able to be a mom too.
The ladies say the sweetest reward of working among so many women business owners is the support and inspiration they get from each other to succeed.
I was like, this is so great, this is empowering. I belong to such a wonderful group of women.
Something I've learned from the other women business owners is that we are really strong and we can do hard things, and as long as we just, we keep putting our best foot forward, we can do anything.
An uplifting community of women entrepreneurs where camaraderie and empowerment are in the cards. In Wading River, I'm Virginia Huey for Newsday TV.
You can see more of our exclusive Women's History Month coverage on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
FeedMe is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
It's a legendary dessert invented right here on Long Island. We're talking about pizza crumb. Scott Vogel has today's Feed Me TV.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if a crumb cake mated with a pizza pie? No? Well, then obviously you haven't tried one of these.
Pizza crumb.
Pizza crumb.
Pizza crumb.
What is a pizza crumb?
It's the invention of this bakery here in East Northport where they have been making them for over 50 years.
Yeah, but what is it?
Well, it's thin. It's the thin crust. It's the almond powder flavor that's on top.
Here's what we know. When Derek Frunt's father opened Hummel Hummel in 1968, he and his son wanted something that would continue to make the bakery cases look full, even as they sold out of other pastries.
And they got the chocolate raspberry. They'll make whatever you want. If you want a blueberry one or a lemon one.
Basically, the pizza crumb was a placeholder.
I love the original the best.
A placeholder that took on a life of its own.
My daughter's coming down from New Jersey and Pennsylvania area, and they ride about 115 miles, and they requested pizza crumb.
Anything else? It's nice to see women that used to come in pregnant and now their children are, you know, having children of their own. Makes me feel old, but, you know, I look at them, I remember your mother used to crave Boston cream donuts when you were inside.
Over time, pizza crumbs have made Hummel Hummel a touchstone for both the surrounding community and the East Northport diaspora.
I've been coming to Hummel Hummel since I was a little girl. They've always had the best baked goods, but of course the most popular is the pizza crumb.
Not only are they the bakery's most popular item, they sell hundreds a week and thousands over the Christmas holidays every year.
These guys, they have the best cakes. They have stuff for every holiday, St. Patty's Day, Valentine's Day, and but you got to take one of those home.
Want something to showcase when the bakery had run out of everything else?
Strawberry, chocolate raspberry.
Now, it's the one thing they can't keep in stock.
Just love it. It's a great pie. Pizza crumb.
You've got to try it if you haven't had it, especially if the crumb is your favorite part of crumb cake. You can read more about Pizza Crumb on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, let's take a look at your hyperlocal forecast now. Dry today, but we do have a soggy Saturday on the way. But today, enjoy the sunshine while you can. Sunny, cold, highs around 39 degrees. Tomorrow, yeah, it warms up a bit. But it comes with that wet weather. Rain once again. This is a look at your futurecast. You see that rain moving in. It starts around 7 a.m. and continues throughout the day. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, you can see we are staying warm. But again, some more wet weather. March off to a soggy start.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Working in journalism, I think you experience the world in a really different way than people in other professions do. I find it very satisfying to learn about things and get to tell other people about them.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us here on Newsday TV. Hope you have a great day.